The Chaos and Order brief kind of was a span out of the catwalk show that we did for Anya High March, the Out of This World, a Spring/Summer 2014 show. And the theme was kind of weightlessness and outer space. So that was the brief was quite loose. They just wanted to create a short, filmic kind of little piece based off the show. And yeah, the theme was weightlessness, and they kind of said run with it a bit. And so Nathan and I we came up with the concept and did style frames and talked to the client and just brought it forth. It was initially quite an easy process, which was nice.
And this is all about Anya Accessories casting order over this big bang of products that had exploded out of a handbag. But it's great. I mean, these are the kind of projects where we have free reign, lower budgets, all shot here, all rigged individually. Liam wrote the soundtrack too, so it's purely in-house, and this was a project that we worked on over Christmas and New Year.
The thing with Anya is that she's quite OCD, as she says herself, and many of her products are like for particular things. So it's just a small leather wallet for dollars, euros, yen. Everything has a particular place. And so we kind of thought, and this is a large facet of her overall collection, so we thought that it'd be nice to kind of show these everyday objects floating, just chaos, and then as soon as Anya arrives, it's all perfect and pristine and ordered. Conceptually, I suppose it just started with that small nugget that we kind of got from the client as well, and then we just made style frames based on it, and I worked quite closely with the art department with Nicola Dietman to source products we thought would suit the tone and the general mood of the short. And then creating the piece itself was actually quite crazy. It's quite an unusual piece. It seemed like something like, these objects could just be CG objects and we could do whatever we wanted with them, but instead we shot each tiny individual object individually, so we had to work out a way to do that. So we got this electronic rig that could move 360 and up and down. Then we got little toothpicks and attached everything to the end of it and spun it round. Then, lighting-wise, we had these spinning lights that would spin around the object, kind of create this sense of motion and light. So no matter what, so once we were able to extract that object, it could appear that it was floating, and we could place it anywhere we wanted within the composition. The most rewarding part of the whole project really was, I suppose it's kind of an easy answer, but would be at the end, actually seeing it in the end, because it just seemed so far away at one point of actually how it would finish and how it would be polished, because at one stage we would have 40, 50 objects in the screen, all there are tiny little bits of rigging attached to them, unpolished, and just de-rigging all that stuff in After Effects or Mocha. It just took forever, and it just seemed like it was going to be a long way off, but then we turned the corner quite quickly. Whenever I say, oh, this project wasn't all done CG, it was all individually shot, the reaction is, oh really? Because I think it does have that kind of feel to it, because it's quite, hopefully, it's quite polished looking. And I think people are usually quite surprised that it's not CG.